Hey, Mark.
Hey, Adam.
How are you today, buddy?
Fantastic.
Awesome. Hey, do you know what the first step to leadership is?
Well, I'm sure I'm about to find out.
Let's do it.
Every day is filled with choices. You're here because you're choosing to start with a win. Get ready to be inspired, learn something new, and connect with the Win Nation.
The Dancing Mike.
And coming to you from Denver, Colorado, it's Adam Contos with the Dancing Mike on Start With a Win.
That's right. If you don't follow us on YouTube, head over to YouTube and subscribe, because you'll get a little bit of this video action of what happens before and after podcasts.
I thought I was going to rip the cable out of my mixer board.
It's like a domino effect. The lamp behind you falls over, and the Stay Hungry poster falls off the wall.
Oh, it'd have been a train wreck here in my little 8x8 studio in my basement. But we made it. We made it through the dance in one piece.
That's right. So leadership. All right. So this is something that you obviously are into.
A little bit. Little.
Just a little bit. You've dabbled in the leadership realm.
I dabble daily in leadership.
That's right. So you have some knowledge to impart onto us. And so let's see. You said the first step to becoming a better leader. Is that correct?
The first step to leadership, really. I mean,
the first step.
Yeah, I get asked a lot. Give me some leadership advice or whatever. And it's interesting because I always revert to this as the first step in leadership, and it really truly is, because everybody thinks that leading is going out and going, here's how I'm going to solve your problem and tell you what to do, which is that's a bunch of BS. That's even not even leading. That's kind of trying to manage people, and that doesn't work for anybody. So really the first step in leading, Mark, get this. This is very counterintuitive.
Okay.
You have to lead yourself first. You have to lead yourself first.
Which is, I think, hard, right? Because it's something that you don't think about doing.
It's fascinating when you think about it. You're absolutely right. Because and I talk to a lot of CEOs in different companies. I talk to a lot of people in senior leadership positions. And it's interesting because every leadership challenge is not necessarily the problem itself. It's the people. It's always the people. And let me just kind of give you a snippet of a quote here. I'm gonna get into the whole quote itself. But have you ever heard the quote that says life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react?
I have heard that, and I love that quote.
All right, so this is by a pastor named Charles Swindoll.
Oh, Charles Swindoll. All right.
Yes. So Charles has this lengthy quote, and I want to read this to everybody here. This is so good when it comes to building that foundational aspect of leadership, which is yourself. And it's fascinating. So I want to unpack this a little bit.
Okay.
This is what Charles said. The longer I live, the more I realize the impact of attitude on life. Attitude to me is more important than facts. It is more important than the past, than education, than money, than circumstances, than failures, than successes, than what other people think or say or do. It is more important than appearance, giftedness, or skill. It will make or break a company, a church, a home. The remarkable thing is we have a choice every day regarding the attitude we will embrace for that day. We cannot change our past. We cannot change the fact that people will act in a certain way. We cannot change the inevitable. The only thing we can do is play on the one string we have, and that is our attitude. I am convinced that life is 10% what happens to me and 90% how I react to it. And so it is with you. We are in charge of our own attitude. The first thing that I've heard from really, really great leaders is when you ask, what's the piece of advice you have for a leader? They always say, control your emotions first. And emotions are your attitudes. So you have two aspects of leadership. You have attitudes and actions. And attitudes, like what Charles talks about here, really is 90% of your leadership. People don't follow people because they're freaking miserable, okay? Because they have a bad attitude, because they hate life. You know what you attract? You attract people just like that. And those people are incredibly challenging to lead or to accomplish or to find success with. All they want to do is continue to drive whatever it is you're trying to accomplish into the ground because of that horrible attitude.
When it can become very toxic, for a business and organization, whatever it is, over time, it's toxic. So
totally. So, really, what it boils down to when you go back to that first step in leading is lead yourself first, is you have to check your attitude first. So you have to holistically have an attitude in life that you want to translate across all aspects of it. Your personal relationships, your finances, your faith, your health and well-being, your family, and your business. Your attitude, you get to pick one attitude in those things. One attitude. And that translates across all of them because, again, you can't be fake and expect it to not show up somewhere else. So really, before you can lead others, you have to be able to lead yourself, which means you have to get along with yourself. Because here's the reality. You can't break up with that relationship.
Everywhere you go, there you are.
Yes. That's it. Can you separate yourself from yourself?
No, you cannot.
No. So don't try and lead your way around your personal problems. It doesn't work. Your attitude follows you everywhere. So you have to pour everything you have into it, and others will see this and follow suit. Leading is about projecting the image that you want others to mirror. And think about that. We learn by mirror neurons in our brain. When we see something, we imitate it. That's how babies learn. That's how you teach your child to do things. How to, everything from holding a pencil or a marker or a crayon or chopsticks or a fork or a knife to smiling, to squinting, to winking, to throwing a ball. It's the old saying, we all put on our pants one leg at a time because that's how we learn to do it. We mimic everything that we see, including and predominantly attitude. You're going to have challenges in life. You don't wake up without having challenges in front of you. The first challenge is, what do I do next when you open your eyes in the morning? That's a challenge. And it's a huge challenge for a lot of people. And some people make it a bigger challenge than it needs to be. They're like, oh, my back hurts, or I don't want to stand up, or I want to sleep in. They're hiding from their challenges. You can't hide from your challenges. Confront them, and confront them with the greatest attitude ever, and you'll overcome them. Because again, life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react. So what happened to me this morning? My eyes opened because my alarm went off. You know what I did? I was excited. I put a smile on my face. It's hard to be angry or sad when you have a smile on your face. You get to choose how you want to be, what your attitude is. I put a smile on my face and I thought, I am blessed to have the opportunity to go exercise and make myself better. The reality is you get to decide how you lead yourself before you lead others. And you can't lead others until you lead yourself. Mm-hmm. That's the way it is. So that's the foundation for success. You're never going to find success if you grumble and hate your way through it. You will never find success. You will always find something wrong and you will always find failure. period. And it's okay to fail. It's okay to fail as long as you have the right attitude about it. As long as you're grateful for the opportunity to try. So I lead myself first, and that allows me to be the very best leader that I can for others. And when I talk to business leaders, business managers, the first thing that breaks down is that. That's the very first thing, and it's not recognized. That's the first domino to fall in causing challenges, causing cancers within organizations, within projects, things like that, instead of finding solutions. So that's why I wanted to talk about that today, the first step.
It's that 90s saying, you better check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Bam! Check yourself before you wreck yourself. You can stop, collaborate, and listen also. Okay?
Too legit to quit. Oh, well, awesome. Adam, thank you so much for the insight on leadership. Hopefully this was an encouraging podcast to you this morning, afternoon, or evening, whenever you're listening to it. Don't forget, you can go on to startwithawin.com. You can get a lot more great content. If you really enjoyed this episode, head over to YouTube, subscribe to our channel there, and hit that thumbs up. Also, if you want to leave us a voice message and maybe tell us how you start your day with a win, give us a call, leave us a message at 888-581-4430. You can follow Adam on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, everywhere there's social media, there he is. And until next time, start with a win. That little awkward transition to YouTube.
Dancing
They're sticking
mic.
around. That's
There
right.
it is.
The dancing mic. If you're watching on YouTube, you got the dancing mic intro.
You know what the dancing mic is.
You know what? I got this amazing candle. I wish you could smell it. It's tobacco and leather.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay, so I went into it's blurry.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Where's the focus box?
Right here by my face.
I went into this hotel. The gosh, it's a Marriott brand, and I can't remember what it was called, which I should, but I knew it was Marriott up in Fort Collins, and it was like this old music studio was the theme of this hotel.
Oh, that's cool.
And when you go in, there was a tobacco vanilla smell that they pipe into the ventilation system there.
Oh, yeah.
And I walked in. I mean, the guys at the front desk were dressed like hipsters.
Nice. Big beards or something like that.
Yeah, the autograph collection is what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like rolled up jeans with combat boots type deal on, and white T-shirts. And
Super cool.
Yeah, big old beards. And yeah, I mean, it was really cool. But I mean, talk about a company whose culture attracts the people that they portray.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
so we
I
go
love
in there,
Marriott.
and you could check out guitars and stuff like that. They had like this instrument room.
Oh,
You could go
wow.
check out guitars. There was a turntable with vinyl in every single room, so you could like put on a record and listen to it, because there's something about
That
the
is
purity of vinyl.
I love the record.
Yes. So I walk in and I'm like, oh, that's fantastic. And I go to the front desk and I go, what is that smell? And he goes, it's tobacco vanilla. Like, you guys are the best. I want to come back here even though I can drive to my house from here and sleep.
Yeah, I remember my wife and I, for our 5th wedding anniversary, we went to Las Vegas. And, you know, we're not huge drinkers or gamblers, so we stayed off the strip at the Trump Hotel. And there's no gambling or smoking in there. And, yeah, when we walked in, it smelled like fresh, like honeydew melon. And I was just like, I just want to stay in this lobby and smell this honeydew melon. It smells amazing.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it's like being in I've been places where it's like a citrus forest, like lemons and limes.
Yeah.
Oh, so fresh. It's like you're in a spa.
Yeah,
Just
I love that.
incredible.
My wife diffuses a lot of essential oils around the house, so I'm in delicious smelling heaven all the time. So
Well, I guess what our YouTubers get today is a little bit of
that's right. If there was
aromatherapy.
smell-o-vision, that's right. If there's smell-o-vision, you guys could participate and hang out. Hey, let us know in the comments. We're talking about maybe starting to do some live streaming on YouTube and stuff like that. If you'd be interested in that and wanted to, kind of interact with us live and hang out with us live, go ahead and leave a comment in the comment field. But other than that, hey, thanks for sticking around for the after party. And until next time, we'll see you when we see you.